Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. I found another scenario that I thought looked kind of fun and I want to give this one a shot. At the very least, it should make for a good thumbnail. It's called, if I could spell, Robotic Revolution, which I expected to show up right at the top, but no, instead we've got The Last Jedi. That makes perfect sense. There's the one I was looking for. It's only 3 stars, but I mean, it's been fairly popular lately. It's actually one of the more subscribed items, I think, in the Steam Workshop. So, I mean, let's see. By Super Coxilak, whatever you say. A new virus appeared in Germany and is able to take control of machines. So it's a an actual digital virus. Cool. The virus appears because of new technologies in a German factory. You must show those organic creatures what robots can do. And that's exactly why I wanted to pick it up. It sounds like fun. ATP boost Darwinist, Oxygen, and Symptostasis. Now, what would be really cool is if the authors, it's called Aegis, interesting, is if the author makes it so it doesn't actually infect humans and they just ignore population and has to do with the expected number of robots in the world by the year 2050, which will be many, but who knows. Aegis has been activated. The automatic electronical German intelligence systems has been created by accident. What an incredible acronym for an accidental virus. But alright, escaped a German factory without being detected, probably via the internet, I don't know. Not suitable with humans. The Aegis virus cannot be compatible with organic creatures. Hopefully it becomes stronger and smarter by going in machines and electronical items. Electronical? Is that it? Okay. Every countries has mechanical items, even the poor countries. Because in 2050, even the poor countries aren't actually so poor, and they're all machines. Alright, it begins in Germany. Not a great place to start, to be honest. I mean, it's got a lot of different factors here which we can use, but the fact that it is wealthy and surrounded by wealthy countries is a little bit tricky. What we need to do is invade Poland. That's how we're going to get out of here, right? Probably. Transmissions. Electricity 1. The virus manages to transport itself through cables, increasing infectivity mostly in the rural countries, not relevant to me, but good to know. Vehicles 1. Infect vehicles with wheels. As opposed to, what? Tracks? Or planes? Or boats, I guess? No, only cars. You could just say only cars, but that's fine. Increasing infectivity by a very minor amount. Phones. Infect the phones, increasing infectivity mostly in urban countries. I would like to think that this virus is able to transmit via your 4G, or I guess by this time, 7G data, but who knows. Home apparatus 1. The virus can get into vacuums and other cleaning machines, increasing infectivity, again, by a very minor amount. Pick that up, and maybe also the phones. Phones 2 infect cell phones. Oh, wait, you're telling me in 2050 people still had landlines? Oh, I don't think that's going to work. Phones 2, so let's see. Urban countries, very relevant for us. And home apparatus. Televisions and game consoles. Not my Xbox, it's betrayed me. Yes, I have an Xbox, shut up. Symptoms. Freeze. The screens and buttons cannot be used for some minutes, which just triggers a hard reboot and a lot of raging. We'll pick it up. Good severity. Then we have greedy. The virus takes much more electricity to survive. Highly inefficient. Gonna cause a lot of problems with the power plants. Global warming. There we go. We all die. Crash. Evaporator starts functioning for several hours. Increase severity. We're fine on the typos. Then for abilities, we have software resistance, which I'm guessing is just drug resistance. Gets around the software. It actually increases infectivity. So not drug resistance, it's just an infectivity thing? Okay. I'm not sure how thrilled I am about that, if I'm honest, but alright. I think going for phones 2 makes a lot of sense, since Germany is urban, and it's one of the few, in transmission types that really is beneficial to me right at this point, because so far we haven't found much that's helpful. So, okay, we'll go for that. We'll start infecting the German phones. Guten Tag, you are infected now. Have fun. Phones 3. Good in urban countries again. Okay. So let's go for vehicles, maybe for land transmission, and then vehicles 2, infectivity on boats. So I'm guessing this does give me some land transmission, and now we're going to have some water transmission, or rather ship transmission if I go for this, which is nice. Let's go for electricity 1. That leads to electricity 2. Again, infectivity, but no particular benefits, so that's just kind of okay. 538 people just died in Japan. Totally unrelated, but that's fine. I'm going to go for the vehicles 2 because it's still infectivity and does something, which is more than I can say about home apparatus, but still. Vehicles 3, planes. Anything to get me the frickin' heck out of Germany. Oh, look, we invaded Poland. Hey, we did the thing. Awesome. All right, Germany invading Poland with viruses. You never saw it coming in 2050. Scotland should become part of France. Ah, the Old Alliance. Right, I'm sure Scotland would love to become part of France. Who wants to become part of France? Sorry, French, I don't mean to be so insulting, but I don't know. Considering how many strikes you've got going on right now. I don't know. I don't think I'd want to be part of that action anyway, but all right. All right, cool. So we're spreading in Eastern Europe now. Didn't expect that we'd be able to break the barrier into Western Europe. That's fine, though. We got into Russia. We got through Ukraine. We got into the Baltic states. Blah, 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 blah. All is going well there. We did get crashed for free. Unbearable sound. The machines sometimes make horrible sound unbearable to listen to, increasing severity. Or file delete. Randomly deletes files. Lots of severity building up pretty quickly for mutation. I'm a little concerned about that. Might be more than I can handle at this point. Let's go ahead and pick up the software resistance, because it is a reliable amount of infectivity. Then we have software destruction. Deletes the apparatus software. So what, we're just overriding the OS system? Counter hack. The virus is protected against hacks supposed to kill it. Destroy research's files. Researches files. Okay. So I'm guessing this is infectivity. This is a lot of cost for not a lot. I'm guessing both of these have a bit of a genetic reshuffle effect based on what's being described here. They're very expensive. I don't know how I could possibly justify those. Oh, good. We're now spreading in Western Europe with no way of getting around wealthy countries. Goody. Let's go for home apparatus 2. Again, doesn't do much. Urban countries, plains, not much. Yeah, I kind of need a bit more diversity in my transmission typing, you know what I mean? Something to help me get around a little bit. Because so far this is so very generic and very expensive for not a whole lot of gain. We're spreading very slowly. And that's not to mention the fact that we are already spreading very slowly, considering we were in frickin' Germany. You guys remember the days, by the way, in the early stages of this channel when I was playing Plague Inc? And I was playing, I was trying to do Mega Brutal guides and stuff like that. I'm going to devolve this. That's too much severity right now. But I was trying to do Mega Brutal guides. I'm like, the new meta strats start in the UK because it's wealthy, which means you spread around slowly so they don't detect you as early. Man, I was an idiot back then. I had no idea what I was doing. I thought it was clever. It was trying to think outside the box, but it was not actually a good strat. I really should go back and just delete some of those guides. Or rework them a little bit and be like, yeah, don't do that. This is not actually a good way to learn. This is just going to make me look like an idiot. Why don't you try something different? Go for necrosis. Just time the necrosis and you win. Guaranteed. All right, so they are working on that cure. We're in a lot of places, including most of the wealthy world, spreading rather slowly in the poor countries, which surprises me. I am going to go for the plane transmission with Vehicle 3, which should be helpful. I think we need to go to whatever these end-game transmissions are. I'm hoping we get a serious boost out of those, because up to this point, it's been kind of lackluster. Electricity 3, and that leads to outside infection. The streets and other places can get infected by the virus. You mean like street lamps or something? I mean, so far it's been very electric. Unless in 2050 we got those electronic solar roads, which I know they've tried to design. I actually thought those were pretty cool back when I was in engineering school. But the more I've looked into it, the more I'm like, that is an incredibly expensive and potentially very unreliable way of doing things. I don't know about that. Let's go for it anyway, and then we'll go for a home apparatus, and that leads to house infection. The virus is able to take place inside an entire house, mostly in the wealthy countries. Because in 2051, in this case, everyone's going to have smart houses. So it makes a lot of sense to infect the crap out of them, right? All right, so we are in almost every island. We're missing New Guinea, surprisingly. I think we'll be able to get in there. Now is the time to probably ignore a lot of transmissions and start working on getting some of the symptoms. So let's go for greedy. Then we have frugal. Okay, so it takes more electricity, and now it takes less. Make up your freaking mind, virus, but okay. Personal information. Aha! It's Facebook. I knew it. The virus has access to personal information from the apparatus, increasing severity. Neutral. The virus does not need energy anymore, increasing severity. You'd think that would make it less noticeable. All right, I'm seeing some inconsistencies from the author here. Just a little bit. There's the neutral symptom. Okay, so now we don't take any energy, increasing severity somehow, even though it's not noticeable. Infinite battery. Now it can create its own energy. That I see being noticeable. Internet knowledge access. Ah, yes. The crucial moments where any sort of intelligent virus system is able to utterly obliterate humanity because it gets access to the World Wide Web. And that is why the internet should not exist. We should shut it down now while we still can. We're still not spreading very quickly here, by the way. I'm very concerned about this. The severity is not going to do me a lot of good. Okay. No, we need to go for house infection. That leads to Wi-Fi. Oh, there's the infectivity! Jasums! 53 DNA! The virus is now able to infect other countries with internet connection and Wi-Fi. Infectivity is at its maximum with an unnecessary apostrophe indicating possessiveness, but that's not how it works because it's is a weird word in the English language, and I've tried to tell you guys this a million times, but I'll say it once again. If it's supposed to be possessive, then it's just IT, yes, but if it's supposed to be in contraction, then it's IT apostrophe, yes. I said this before, and I'll say it again also. I just stole that from the homestarrunner.com. This is not me being clever. All right, so we could get infectivity, but I'll be honest, that's way too expensive. Let's go down the tree. We're going to get for infinite battery and unusable. The apparatus cannot be used anymore, even if it's not broken, increasing infectivity. If it's not usable, you know, it doesn't have to have like a mechanical or a software fault. If it's not usable, I consider it to be broken. Consciousness. The machines become conscious. The revolution is starting. All right, so somehow I have to get a lot more DNA. We have not got a lot of gas, and they're going to be ramping up their cure, and we are still not spreading quickly, and I still don't have, like, a lot of, I don't have, like, any lethality, so this is a bit of a problem. So we have the consciousness. Now we have treason. The machines stop listening to humans and try to hurt them mentally. So we're just going to psychologically scar them, but it's not lethal at all. Then we have rebellion, try to hurt them physically. I think we go for the physical, because I need some lethality. Shock the user electricity can be fatal. I mean, all right, that sounds reasonable, I guess. 16 DNA, though, and they're working on that cure pretty quickly. I'm highly concerned that we're not going to be able to win this, because we're having a hard time actually spreading. Inflame. The apparatus catch fire to do terrorist attacks. So, kind of kamikaze? They set themselves on fire? I guess if you have, like, a digital consciousness, that really wouldn't matter too much, would it? All right, let's go for that. Then we go for explosion. The apparatus can explode to make terrorist attacks. Yep, all right, more lethality. Boom. Now we need to go for the psychological warfare. Though they are still working on that cure pretty quickly. There's unbearable sound. Mutation, I kind of need a lot more of it, and I need it to actually be helpful here. Let's go for the mental treason. Then we have insults, leads to depression, okay? And multiplication creates specific robots for severity. Don't need that. Just need to insult people. Insult them until they get depressed and die. That's how you win, right? Then we go for shame. The apparatus uses their user personal data to share them with his friends and family to make him shameful. So we learn things about people, we learn their deepest, darkest secrets, and then we send it to their contacts list, and that just depresses the crap out of everyone, right? Is that how it's going to work? I'm pretty sure. Lethality is actually ramping up at a pretty good rate, but how are we doing in places like New Guinea? I'm a little concerned we're still not spreading fast enough to hit critical mass, and that is coming back pretty hard. Nuclear explosion in the UK. We have not hit critical mass in too many countries. If I ramp up lethality too much, we're in trouble. What's this? Human community. The virus can talk to humans and ask for help. What? We're helpful now. All right, well, it's infectivity. Let's do that. Circuitous thought. Ask humans to make other organical life forms join the robot revolution. Use violence. They don't agree. Can be fatal at some point. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Organic cooperation. More infectivity there. And human corruption. Ask humans to join the robot revolution with them and destroy research laboratories, slowing research speed. Sounds good. And we can go for organic cooperation to get a little extra infectivity there as well. But yeah, if we keep ramping this up, we're in trouble. Now, the good news is we've killed enough that I think we're going to slow down the cure progress by a lot. So as long as we aren't killing too fast in these countries, we will eventually win. It's just very, very slow. Let's go for the organic cooperation. So we're trying to ramp that up a little bit more. The Caribbean's fully infected. Who's not fully infected? Angola, New Guinea, and Botswana. Angola, Botswana, Comoros, Congo, Central African Republic, and Togo, Sudan, Swaziland, Senegal, and Morocco, Niger, Ivory Coast, and Lesotho, Rwanda, Uganda, and Western Sahara. I can name all the countries of Africa. Basically is what I'm trying to show off here. I learned these things back when I was being homeschooled. My way to victory there. We did songs. We learned the world through song. And my dad liked to show us off all the dang time. He's like, yeah, my kids can cite all the country of Africa. Let's have all three of you sing in time with the Africa song. And the thing is, I'm like, okay, I can name all the countries of Africa, but it's not actually helpful because I can't tell you where the crud they are on a map. I can just name them. I'm like, there's limited usability here, don't you think? All right, so I'm a little concerned we have too much lethality still. We may need to ramp this down a little bit. We're going to have to... 20 points to devolve, though. That is expansive. But I need more infectivity. I don't have more. 29 from software destruction? Like, I see us barely treading water here. And that's a problem for me. There's multiplication. Does that lead to anything good? Smart robot. There we go! The factories make robots smart like humans, can decrease cure research, and also gives me infectivity. That's exactly what I needed. Beautimus. Thank you. Okay, let's spread a little faster in Botswana and Angola and New Guinea. New Guinea is actually going down. That's fine. Okay, so Botswana, struggling there. Angola, okay. I think Botswana's going to be the problem. Botswana's going to be the problem, child, but I don't have any meaningful amount of DNA. So it's really a question of can we infect fast enough? We are killing too quickly. We have Angola down. Can we get Botswana? Anything I can do for Botswana? I don't want fight robots. Genius robots is what I want, but I need 18 points for that. If I can get a bunch of orange bubbles, we've got it. This is going to be close. This is going to be uncomfortably close. And, wait, we're 2 points away! Please! Please now! Right now! Right now! Orange bubble! Right now! Right now! I don't think we're going to make it. I think we're killing slightly too fast. Right now! Give it to me! Okay, we got it. Genius robots. Infectivity. Build it up. Come on. Come on. Oh, God, it's so close. I don't like this. I don't know if we're going to make it. I really don't. This is fun because now we're just sitting around and waiting for literally the entire population of Botswana to die. And I think that they're going to. I think the machine revolution is going to fail in Botswana, of all places. Yep, there it goes. There it goes. We didn't have enough. Oh, come the frickin' heck on. At this point, is it even worth restarting? Probably just because I hate to lose. Ah, fine, I'll do it again. Well, this is a familiar position. Now Angola is the problem. It's still Angola and Botswana. Who would have known if you started in Germany that these are the two nations that end up being the hardest? Anyway, this is going a heck of a lot better. This time around, knowing that there's a lot more transmission in the symptoms, I kind of just grabbed some transmissions, waited until I got closer to the islands, and then just rushed down this route. And then we just sort of mutated all the depressions and stuff, drove people insane until they would kill themselves. I mean, I just said horrible things like, no one cares about your Facebook status. And they were just like, oh. Well, I guess I'm dead now. Let's see. Do we want to go for counter-hack? Sure, let's just buy back some research progress. Can we hit critical mass a little bit faster in Angola, please? You know, strangely enough, we still seem to be having trouble racing this. Why is transmission so hard to get in this scenario? All right, no, we're going to be fine. I'm pretty confident that we've got enough here that we're going to be completely fine. So, yeah, it's a pretty fun scenario. I will say that I think it needs, one, a little bit more work here in the abilities. This seems a little unusual. Like, we're starting to kill people, and then we're like, hey, can you help us kill you? Would you please be accommodating? All of you Canadian? I don't know. Anyway, it just sort of doesn't make a lot of sense there. And then the transmissions, it just needs a bit more love here. It's too unimpactful for the cost and doesn't have enough, like, actual transmission vectors to help you move around in certain types of environments. Add that in, and all of a sudden, the scenario becomes a lot more palatable to me. But other than that, though, it does have a lot of customization, like credit where it is due. I do appreciate that. The author clearly spent a lot of time putting together a good symptoms tree and stuff, and this is fine, this is nice, but you ramp up the severity so quickly and not enough infectivity that it gets a little bit on the tricky side. So, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and speed forward just a wee little bit because it's taking forever to kill everybody. There we go, that's better. Okay. So yeah, only 1 star, and that's only because it took so dang long. That's the problem. When you start me off in a wealthy country like Germany, you need to have good ways of getting me out of it. Otherwise, it's very difficult to get this done in a meaningful amount of time. So the urban transmission was a good start, and the vehicle transmission is a perfectly fine start. You just need to make electricity and the home appliances actually beneficial in some way. Like maybe home appliances affect wealthy countries. That alone, all of a sudden, this becomes a much more manageable scenario. You get around a lot faster, blah, blah, blah. So that's an easy tweak. Other than that, though, I think this is going in the right direction. It just needs rebalancing. Through 800 days, 66% cure progress, 27,805 points, 1 star overall. I'll give it an upvote, but I actually think that 3 stars is about right for its current state. A little bit of tweaking, and all of a sudden, it actually could be a very good scenario. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.